And actually 10 of you today are going to get a Spanish class award. The only two, and I'm really sorry that I left out of the Spanish class awards, are Arnav and Emma Morgan, because they both won my Spanish award for Spanish 2. But we're also going to go over superlatives today. You guys wrote some hilarious things about each other. One of you wrote that Arnav is most likely to marry me, and I did not like that.
That is not me.
Nope, I thought it was Alex Hume. I'm 99% sure.
Alex, is that you?
Alex, was it you?
Oh, no, it wasn't actually.
What?
I swear to God, it would be UG 100%. Where's UG?
Yeah, that could also make sense. And look who's not here, UG.
UG.
Somebody get UG on here before we
I was
start.
calling him, but he's not picking up.
I'm telling you, it's because he's playing video games. Hola, Kathy. Kathy, your hair is glowing.
Thank you.
Did you dye it?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I did dye over the quarantine a little bit.
I love it. It looks so good.
Thank you. I also curled it yesterday.
You go, Kathy.
Just
always looks good.
Facts.
Thank you.
Factual. Gavin, I know you're connecting to audio, but your picture is cracking me up. Let me see who else we got. Good. All right, guys, I'm going to get started today for our final Spanish Zoom, which makes me so sad, but it's okay. Some of you guys have won awards today. All of you are going to get to hear the superlatives that people wrote about you. I'm putting a disclaimer on that. I did not edit anybody's response. So if it is slightly offensive, I apologize, but I think we're all kind of family here and we can deal with it.
I said best bromance for 80, and I hope that wins.
Did you? I didn't see that one.
No, I did. I said
Oh.
80 has the best bromance out of all of us. So.
Well, who's his
Wait,
brother?
Senorita,
Yeah.
how do you get the photo to show? Because it's not working.
Is that Rhea talking?
Yeah.
I can tell your voice. So like show your video, you mean, or show?
Yeah,
a
like show
picture?
my face because it's not working.
So if you go, I think, are you on your phone or laptop?
Laptop.
If you go to the bottom left corner, there's a little video icon, and it should say Start Video.
Oh.
There we are. Nice background. All right, guys, I'm going to get rolling today. I got almost all of you here. I think we're just missing the people that I assumed would not show up. So the first thing that I'm going to start with, I always do Spanish class awards for all of my classes. I do more awards for Spanish 2 because you guys are just better. I have 5 awards today with 2 people in each category. Those of you guys that do win an award, I'm going to send you the PDF of your certificate that I'll have pre-signed so you can print it out. Another little housekeeping note, how many or any of you guys coming to pick stuff up next week?
I am.
Yeah, if you do, I will see you guys there. I'm going to be running the 8th grade hallway downstairs. So if you can, sneak by and say hey. Okay. All right, on to awards. One second. You can't minimize while you're recording? Yes, you can. All right. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to jump onto the awards section. So awards were difficult for me to decide. There are a lot of you guys that are really good at Spanish in my class and that fit a lot of these categories. Keep that in mind. I can only give out 10 today. So los premios de español. Can you guys see that okay?
Sí.
All right. Here we go.
Sí.
For the first award, this is El Mejor Escritor. So I have 2 awards for this one. This is the best writer in class. So these are going to be people that when I assigned to writing and I said, write 5 sentences, they wrote 9, for example.
We should guess who would get it.
Oh, yeah. You guys want to guess who got it? That's fun. Let's do
Emma
it.
Morgan.
Shreya.
Not me. Emma Morgan.
Shreya.
Emma Morgan or
Komodo
Caitlin?
dragon. Shreya.
I love how many people said not me. All right. So a lot of people are saying Shreya, I'm hearing. What are our other ones?
Emma Morgan and Caitlin.
Emma Morgan and
Caitlin.
All right. I
Yo,
heard
whose
one.
mic is that?
I know somebody's mic is. All right, here we go. First one for the best writer.
I guess
It's Caitlin Yoon. Caitlin is a fantastic writer. If you guys don't know, she is one of our quieter students, but she always goes above and beyond. She writes at like a Spanish 3 level and always gives her best when she writes. So guys, let's do a little applause for Caitlin. All right, and then for our second writer award, a lot of you guys made some guesses. Any other ones before I tell you?
Wait, I have a question. Preguntas. Is it
Preguntas.
boy and girl, or is it like the same
No,
gender?
it's not boy and girl. It was just
Okay.
one or the other. I don't like boy and girl because I feel
Okay.
like that doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Emma Morgan then.
I did say, Emma, are you there? You're here, right?
Yeah.
I did cut out Arnav and Emma from the awards because they got the big Spanish awards. At
Wait,
the
no.
awards
How
ceremony.
about Lizzie? Because I thought Lizzie got the big one. Wait, what?
It would have
Never
to be
mind.
for my Spanish awards.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right, well, I'm going to, without further ado, Lizzie Howard.
I knew it. I knew it. Lizzie.
Autumn did call that one. Lizzie, you're an excellent writer as well, and I've seen that since you were in Spanish 1. You always wrote more than you needed to and did so very well. I could also tell that your things were not translated, which was a big part in me picking you for this. So, felicitaciones. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, guys, for the next one, this is the Spanish Speaker Award. So this goes to people that are not afraid to speak in Spanish. Usually I'm thinking about café y conversación for this one. This did happen to be a boy and a girl this time. So before we start, any guesses?
I want to say Ria.
Ria? Okay.
Yeah.
Autumn saying Ria.
I'm gonna go with Suhas. Or
Suhas?
Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Alex.
All right, we got
Maybe
Suhas,
Alex.
Alex, Ria.
Yeah, I feel like Stewhouse.
Okay.
Yeah,
here-
Suhas too. Yeah.
Here we go. Spanish Speaker Award. The first one is Alex Hume.
Oh, let's go.
Alex, you kind of had to know this was coming. Alex always speaks Spanish to me, most of the time at least, even if it's not perfect Spanish. He is not afraid to speak in Spanish. He also talks a lot during Café y Conversación. So good job, Alex.
Senorita,
Uh-huh.
Yuji might join. Yuji might join. He just
Tell
said, oh shoot, I
Yuji
forgot.
that it would make me so happy if he joined just because I need somebody to roast.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
All right,
Mhm.
tell him. For our next one, for our next speaker award, somebody said her name. This next one goes to somebody who also did a fantastic job during Café Conversación. She wasn't always the loudest talker, but she did talk a lot and did so well. And that would go to Ria Shaw.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at
Autumn,
this.
nice job. Ria, great job. You did an excellent job this year during Café Conversación. You also
Thank
had a very
you.
good accent when you tried. So I'll send you guys those diplomas. Okay?
Okay.
For the next one, we have Excelencia en el aprendizaje remoto, or people that actually did their work during remote learning, and people that showed up to Zoom perhaps often. Now, there weren't a lot of you guys that showed up to Zoom, I'm going to be honest, but my people that did might be able to figure this one out. There were 2 people that showed up almost every single time for remote learning. Any guesses?
Oh, I know.
Arnold for
Suhas,
sure, but he
100%.
didn't have it.
Suhas.
Arnav did,
You win
I will
two.
say,
100%.
Like Trey.
Arnav showed up. Yeah, Arnav showed up every time. He did not miss a single one, I will say.
Never.
This other person showed up every time and did not miss a single Zoom as well. And that would go to,
Suhas.
or I'm sorry, that's gonna be my second one. My first one is Shreya. Shreya showed up to almost every Zoom that we had. She participated, she played the game, she laughed at my bad jokes, and I really appreciated that. So good job, Shreya. Felicitaciones. And then the next one, I think a lot of you said was pretty obvious. Suhas was my one that showed up to every single
Yes,
Zoom as
Suhas.
well. Suhas even brought his little brother one time, and it was adorable. So Suhas, very well done. Thank you for engaging in remote learning. All right, our next one, this is the effort award. So this usually goes to people that may not have the perfect GPA, like that 4.0 in Spanish class, but try very, very hard and make sure that I know that they are doing their best. There's a lot of you that could have this award. So any guesses before we do it?
I feel like Autumn always tried.
Yeah.
Nope, got Autumn. Autumn doesn't seem to agree, but
Well, I do, but sweet. Thank you.
all right.
Um,
Autumn.
I have no other guesses. I don't know.
All right. There's 2 of you guys, so I'm gonna give the first one to Kathy. Kathy.
Yeah.
Kathy, one of the reasons I pick you is, oh, there's Suhas's little brother. Hola, amigo. Kathy, I know that you always put your best effort forward, even if every time you did get a half point off. So you were not always going for perfection, but you did your best job. You worked really hard, and your writing actually was very impressive toward the end of Spanish. So good job. And then for my second one, my second effort award. Oh my gosh, wait a minute, Yuji's here.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
On.
Can we
Lou.
all get a round of applause for Yuji?
We
Yeah,
all
let's
get
all-
one last UG
Everybody
Esposora.
applause.
Wait for him to like turn on his camera.
Should we
And then,
say
like, we're-
UG
and then we're-
Esposora?
Yeah.
UG
Ready?
Esposora.
Ready?
One last
Wait.
Arnav, you call it.
Ready? Yuji, can you hear me? Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, you can't hear us.
Esposora.
Esposora.
Oh, that was
Oh, damn.
really awkward. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yuji, welcome.
Yeah. This is
For
wrong.
our second effort award, not to put all the attention on Yuji. This one actually was going to somebody that I think is quieter in class, but really does a good job. I was really impressed with his Viaje a Europa, or Trip to Europe project. He did an excellent job with that as well. And that one is going to, let's see if it'll go, 80 Lynn.
80.
Nicely done, sir. You always did well in class and you never ever bragged about it, so good job.
Thank you.
You don't see him after class.
feeling, yeah, I didn't see him after class, so I can't tell if that's true or not. For our next one, this
Where
actually
did
kind of
he go?
runs into the same thing. This is the Humble Hero Award. This usually goes to people that are excellent in Spanish in class, quieter, maybe don't show off all the time how well that they do, or scream to their friends across the class that they got an A on something. So that is going to go to, unless somebody wants to guess.
I want to guess.
Zell.
Izel,
Izel.
100% Izel.
Yeah.
I think it's Izel.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
100%
two of
Izel.
them. I got
I think-
two.
I think it's Caitlin.
Probably not me.
Izel.
It's definitely Izel.
All right.
It's
Without
100%
further
Izel.
ado, our first one goes to Nathaniel Kressler, actually.
Adios in our class.
Who, I don't think Nathaniel could make it today, but Nathaniel was always doing well. He was quieter. He really did put forth a good effort, and I actually saw him helping a lot of people when they needed help, which was one of the reasons I picked him for this. And then our second, Héroe Humilde, would be, and you guys guessed it, Izel Polina.
Thank you.
Yeah, nicely done, Chica. You were very funny to watch during Gimkit and Quizlet, more Quizlet, because you would help other people without screaming at them like some people did during Quizlet. And you were always willing to lend a helping hand to people who needed it. So thank you, Chica. Well done.
Thank you.
So guys, the last thing we're gonna do, that's the end for our awards, is superlatives. You guys probably know what you wrote about other people, but you probably don't know what was written about you. Keeping that in mind, some of the superlatives were funny. Some of them, I have no idea what you were talking about. So we're gonna go through today. Keep in mind that a lot of these are joking, so people did not mean to offend. And in fact, there's nothing really mean written about anybody. So without further ado, we're gonna start today. Ella Kane. Ella, are you here?
Yeah.
All right, Ella, this is all about you. We had most likely to make faces at people across the room, to fall down, to become a soccer player. Apparently you make a lot of faces in class. I did not realize this. To lose your gym uniform, true? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. To destroy a kid's sandcastle, I really like. And to be a clown. So, yay, Ella, good job. Oh, and to play college basketball. Arnav, first of all, whoever did the first one, I am not okay with that. Mary
me?
Senorita, and it wasn't Alex Hume, which makes me think it was Zach Ahabi. But I don't know. Zach? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna tell you number one, absolutely not. Host a talk show though, I like. Become a quiz bowl champ, be the life of the party, do a singing and dancing routine in class. Arnav, you did the Renegade in class, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. It was like
Yeah, the whole class did.
All the time.
Oh, look at him, he's doing it now.
Oh, good.
And
Hey,
after that, and then it's
I don't see mine.
Oh, what was
I don't know.
yours?
Wait, never mind. I see it. I see it.
Okay. I had to go to Harvard, nerd his way through high school, become a comedian, life of the party apparently, work at a circus, be able to talk to anyone, and be a mathematician. That's all right, or no?
I'm not gonna math.
Izel, cure cancer. That was a good one. Whoever wrote that, I could definitely see it. Become a famous artist, become a doctor, write the next Harry Potter. Izel, I was interested because a lot of people said write a story, and I didn't know that you wrote stories at all. So if you ever want to share them with me, please do. I don't
I
know
don't
who
really
wrote.
like writing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, apparently other people think you're good at it. And also, apparently, you're good at being really awkward. So, yeah. For Nathaniel Kressler, I don't know. Somebody wrote to fight aliens and win, which was
That was
Miguel.
mine.
Definitely Miguel.
yeah. To be super chill seemed to be the one that everyone said for Nathaniel. There were like 8 responses that said be chill or be super chill. I also like make a joke that nobody hears because Nathaniel is always doing stuff quiet in class. For Skylar, I love whoever wrote the first one about you, and I feel like it was Essence. Essence, was it you? It wasn't you? Whip someone with her 12-foot ponytail.
That was probably Ian. That sounds like something that Ian would say.
It does. I like that one. Volunteer in class, I agree with. Become a pro softball player, have the best attitude, survive zombie apocalypse. Find Nathaniel's homework. Skylar, did you do that ever?
Maybe if it was on the floor.
Yeah, that makes sense. Be called on every time in Spanish. I don't know if that's true, but
No, that was me.
oh yeah. Do I call on Skylar a lot?
No.
I don't know. And then Skylar apparently to get ditched too.
Oh,
Yikes. Yikes indeed. For Autumn, I had to pare down the responses because so many people said the same thing. Obviously the number ones were be a singer and be an actress. We had sing in a concert, sing to her teachers. Somebody put twice on there. Turn our Spanish homework in late.
Love whoever wrote that.
Yep, they know you well. Win an Oscar or a Grammy and sing to her teachers for extra credit. But I think that wraps you up well. Emma Hooven, are you in here? I didn't think Emma could make it today.
no.
Emma pretty much had almost all the same ones as Autumn, except accompany Autumn to a concert. So to be with her there, which was a cute one. Lizzie, you had a lot of them too, and some of them are really funny. Moved to Spain when she's 16, which I could definitely see happening. Become a doctor, be teacher's pet. Think Puerto Rico is in Europe.
Happened one time.
Yep,
Hilarious.
that did happen. They're very far away from each other. Finish the homework before she even leaves class was a good one. Cure cancer, become the first female president, which is going to tie into something someone said about Shreya. Become a professional Spanish speaker.
Good job.
Like the NBA of Spanish speakers. All right. I like be the one that knows a Spanish word we haven't learned about. That was a good one. Alex Hume, roast his sister in front of the whole class. Very true. Get caught having his phone in class. Multiple times. Yeah, I know you had it every day. I'm not a fool. Become a lawyer, be the CEO of Apple, get caught on his phone, do homework last minute but still get A's, not tell Senorita he has a band lesson. Factual. Get a perfect score on every test or quiz. Is this a thing now that people say be a sweat?
When you try hard in Fortnite, yeah.
I don't get it. You guys are weird. Zach, a hobby. I had be a tech engineer. Zach, do you know the Greek alphabet?
Good talks.
That's
Mike.
interesting. Whoever wrote that. Go to a party with a suit on was a good one. I like to wear a Pokemon shirt and win a Pokemon battle. We're all of Zach's. Yep. For Suhas, we had become a NASA scientist, be a secret Spanish god, which is kind of true. Become a surgeon, shave in the next hour.
That was mine. I was like, dude, you gotta shave that beard, dude. You know what I
It's
mean?
messed up.
Suhas, I'm so sorry that Arnav put you on the spot like that.
I said to be a boss.
Yeah, I knew that was yours, to be a boss and to become an engineer. So all of those are good except Arnav's comment. For 80 is most likely to date a supermodel apparently.
Thanks.
To help Yuji when he doesn't listen, which I totally agree.
I always
to run
listen.
a restaurant, to have the best bromance with Arnav.
What?
What?
I mean, to like all the people in the world, 80 is a good person. That is what I mean by that.
That's what
Well,
you
like
mean.
guys. That's
Right.
what I mean.
Right. Promote Lynn Buffet, which I still need to come to your restaurant.
My mom loves that place.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Chinese food. I'm in. All right, and then share brotherly love was a cute one. I like that. Whoever wrote it.
Yo, I pay attention in class.
You look like you're not paying attention right now.
I'm paying attention.
You're on your phone. I can see you looking down.
You don't know.
I do though. Essence, I like this because I actively caught you doing this one time. Essence is most likely to leave class to take pictures in the bathroom. I loved when I added you on Instagram because then I would see in your story how much you go to the bathroom to take pictures with people. Really slick. Be a grandma is a good one. Be on a reality show, send the most Instagram pics during quarantine. I like say LOL as a grandparent was a really good one too. Apparently you're just a grandma. I don't know. Post a Snapchat picture in the bathroom, pull an all-nighter. Are you a TikTok person?
I'm a Musically person, not a TikTok person.
Oh, I thought they were the same thing.
They
Mm-mm.
are.
No, they're not.
Not really. It's the same app.
But they
Yeah,
just like upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like now it's all
Same thing.
dancing and stuff.
Dancing is
Senorita, I
better.
got TikTok finally.
So it's the same
Alex Kim
thing.
has a TikTok.
I didn't post anything, but I got it.
It's
It's a flattering angle.
Wait, everyone should go follow Yuji's TikTok.
This is, guys, all right, here, hold up one second. We're going to pause this for a moment.
Oh, my TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to put mine in the chat. I don't post anything, but I would really like to see all the dumb stuff you guys post. So if you
Everybody
wanna
friend me
go
on Discord.
Oh no.
Yep, there you go, guys. Only Spanish
see it.
2. Only Spanish 2.
Where is it?
Oh,
Where
you
is
didn't
Is
see it?
it?
Okay,
No.
hold on.
Oh, can I type in
Yo
my
no
TikTok?
veo. Yo no veo.
Here, Arnav, can you like send it to everybody in a message here?
Sí.
All right, here we go. Oh,
Oh, it worked.
does that work?
Marisabel. Oh, okay.
It's just my name backwards.
I'm gonna type in my TikTok. You guys can follow me.
I love how this just
Why
turned
is
into
it
everybody
like-
share their TikToks.
Oh yeah.
I should
Follow
probably
me.
make TikTok sometime, you know.
Yeah.
Friend me on
Oh.
Discord, boys.
Yuji, I'm really excited to see the dumb stuff you post. I won't judge. You're not my students anymore.
Yeah.
It's so funny, Yuji's TikToks.
See, I have
Alright.
3 TikToks.
Why do you have 3 TikToks?
No, like
I literally have
for
one.
videos.
Oh,
Videos.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Skylar, thanks for the follow already. A true homie.
Oh, I'll follow.
All right, guys. Hopping back on and get off TikTok for a second because you have like all summer to do that. For our next one, Essence is apparently gonna be a grandma. We come to Yuji Lou.
Yes, dude, I love you.
Yuji is most likely to marry somebody he serves at Lynn's buffet. Which is really cute. Ask Senorita the same question she just answered 30 seconds ago. Accurate. Run a restaurant, win the lottery, and lose the ticket. Not be paying attention. Get the most competitive over a game. I think we have all seen that before.
It's rigged.
Lose a basketball game. Get in trouble for talking in class. Apparently, there's a lot about you buying a lottery card and losing.
Arnav told everyone to put that.
All right, and be a goat and shout during a game of Kahoot, Gimkit, or Quizlet.
Okay, Yuji put be a goat for himself. I already know it.
No, he would just know. He would just know. I did not put that.
Yuji, you know,
Yuji, bro.
if I want to, I
I've
can
seen
go
you in
back
class,
in.
bro.
No, you don't need to go back in.
No, I don't need to go see if you wrote me a note. All right. Sam, I don't think Sam is here today. She's one of my ones that couldn't show up. Sam, you're not here, right? Before we talk trash about you. Yeah. Okay. Sammy Mans, I like these. Become TikTok famous to be wherever Marina and Kylie are at the moment. Absolutely true. Walk into a wall texting. Probably has done that. Go to a Tom Holland meet and greet. Win at something. That's very general. Become popular in high school. And then the last one, get in trouble for her outfit. I have yelled at Sam about her outfit many times. Those are all good. Ian, to be loud had 9 responses for Ian Miller, all of the same, to be loud. To not do his homework, to think he's Senorita's favorite. Obviously he's not because he didn't even show up today. Fight with Yuji during games, talk about football, forget his pencil, and have good hair.
Lies.
Emma Morgan. Emma, you also had one that had multiple like answers for. Become a professional athlete, to be nice and helpful, to become a pro softball player, win an Olympic medal, a lot of softball, start a band. And then Emma, your number one response was to wear a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Are you wearing a white
That's like
t-shirt?
usually an 80.
All right, guys, I don't know, because Emma's not wearing a white t-shirt, so I don't know if that's legit or not.
What?
She's always wear a white shirt in school. I swear.
Yes.
That's true. That's a good thing to be remembered about. Shreya, a lot of people have become a scientist. Is that something that you want to do?
No.
Interesting. Everyone thinks you're going to be a scientist. I like to be planning something sketchy with Lizzie was a good one.
That's cool.
To become a teacher, to be most unique, to get an A in Spanish, to breed tigers.
I wrote
I also like, because somebody said to be Lizzie would be a president, to be Lizzie's vice president, and to become a duo singer with Lizzie. I don't know, what is duo? I saw that a lot.
Two.
No, I understand duo means two. Is it an app?
Fortnite
No,
duos.
just like sing together.
Oh,
Well,
a lot like.
Wait a minute, duos, double,
I
dos.
thought duo was like another TikTok where you like sing to each other or something. When people do
Duet.
duet, that's what I'm thinking of. Duets on TikTok. All right, never mind. I'm old. Adi, is Adi here today?
No, he said he couldn't make it.
Adi Shah. Adi had the same response over and over, which was to meet Giants players. A lot of like rage quitting, rage when he loses, rage after losing. Somebody wrote, throw quiet shade at Senorita in class, which I feel like is accurate because I caught Adi saying something about me under his breath one time. But
Yeah, once.
yeah.
What did he say?
It was like something about a game, and I did the points wrong as I usually do. And he said something
It was so
about like,
sassy. You don't even know.
Look, I say it
something
out
about
loud.
like, aren't you a teacher or something? And he didn't say it.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
I say it out loud. He says it.
And then Yuji, I think, said it out loud what he said, if I'm right. And then, yeah. Anyways, Rhea, everybody said the same thing. They said be the tallest girl in school, which probably is true. Get a basketball scholarship, dunk by senior year. I like that as a goal to get done. Be a politician, be a doctor, become a Visco legend. Definitely have the best handwriting. I agree. And then I think Sammy Mann said miss an open house. So,
Yeah.
Kathy has entered this meeting 5 times at this point. Kathy, are you alive? Are you here? Okay, Kathy is gone. Well, she's
My
here.
work was really bad.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it keeps saying admit Kathy to the meeting over and over
How
again.
do you change your background?
How do you change it? You go to bottom left-hand corner and then you do get virtual background or something.
Yo.
You would know this if you actually joined Zoom instead of the last day of school.
Well, at least I'm here.
Yo.
Yeah, at least you're here. Gavin, I really liked whoever wrote some of these for you. Gavin Smith is most likely to go to the NHL. Somebody wrote be on another planet during class, and I really enjoyed that one because sometimes it's true. Be a pro hockey player, most likely to get the teacher off topic. Definitely true.
I'm really good at that.
You told me about that one politician, the guy who wears a boot on his head, and then
Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme!
that was it, Vermin Supreme. And then I'm pretty sure I spent the first 10 minutes of class looking at pictures of him instead of doing things. So good job. Say his cat ate his homework, not have his homework, forget his homework, all of those. And be tired because he gets 5 hours of sleep. I think 5 hours is generous. I don't think Gavin gets
It's a
close
little
to
less
that.
than that now.
Yeah. Nathaniel Smith, a lot of people said become a YouTuber, and a lot of people said yell at Yuji were the 2 big ones for Nathaniel Smith. Apparently,
you
you
yell at me.
during Quizlet.
He's the one messing up. I'm
Okay.
I'm joking.
And be a karate master. Kathy, I think you probably know most of your responses had to do with pudding or missing a half a point. So for Kathy, it was become a video editor, eat pudding in the middle of class, definitely. Become pro color guard, paint her whole room pink. Get a half point off on everything, get an A in everything, eat pudding during an interview, get a half point off, and then buy a whole convenience store so she can eat all the snacks,
The last one is accurate. The last one is really accurate.
I really liked whoever wrote that last one. I love that you wrote all the snacks 2 times. It made it more dramatic. Michael's not here today, but my favorite one for him was become the next PewDiePie and be a video game developer. And then someone said, be absent from school because he is sick. The boy had his appendix taken out, guys. Like, I don't know how we could have him here for that. But yeah. For Tanvi, I know you're here, Chica. A lot of people said be a cartoonist or to do something in the art world. So be an artist, become a cartoon artist. One that I forgot, someone said voice an anime character, which I was thinking is pretty accurate for you. Then for Caitlin Yoon, Caitlin, I have questions. Are you here? She's not here, is she? No. It's about the bottom 2. I'll get there.
Yo, Adios, Sasuke. Let's go.
Is that Naruto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are so loose. Oh my gosh. I don't want to call you losers on camera, but
You just did.
I can do it for you.
I like Caitlin's though, became a famous pianist, cure cancer, become a teacher, lose her voice by not talking made no sense. Win a lot of games, be a genius. And then whatever. Arnav, can you explain what does this mean?
Do I look animated, you Senorita? I don't watch anime.
You sounded like you were about to say something.
Oh no, that's Cap.
All right,
Really?
anyways, I'm gonna just pretend that didn't.
Beyblades.
That is. All right, guys, so that's the end for superlatives today. For the end of Spanish, before I say adios and I try not to cry, do you guys have anything you want to say?
My speech.
I got a poem.
Oh, Arnav, do you have a speech?
I have a speech.
Arnav, please give us your speech.
Okay. I have to pull up the document.
There's a 100% chance he did not pre-plan this.
There's a 100% chance I did. Last edit was 53 minutes ago. Just not doing my best.
I'm ready.
I want to start off by thanking each and every one of you in this class. It was really a big honor of being your peer this year. Spanish class has always been very fun and energetic. Some kids dread some classes to end, but others like me weep by the time the bell rings. Spanish has always been the highlight of my day, and that's the same for many of us. Starting the day off with a strong start. Our class was such a diverse group of individuals that we had a taste of everything. We saw the ignorance of Yuji Liu. We saw the pain of Senorita when she had to repeat something. We saw the astonishment on kids' faces when they saw how much Emma Morgan wrote on an assignment. We saw each other grow. We saw Ria grew in height and Suhas in facial hair. Whatever it might be, we knew each other so well that we had no trouble in anything, not even café and conversación. I remember in class, 1 minute we were going over verbs and the next talking about vermin supreme. In the end, we had laughs and we learned a lot. We listened to a duet by Lizzie and Shreya, a rap by Alex and Nathaniel, and we will also forever remember my poem for A.D. Lynn. I will never forget all the times Michael and Senorita talked about gaming, or last year when Zach got a poster for Secret Santa. Even though I never was in Secret Santa, I will never forget the look on some kids' faces. It will be hard to forget the sass of all the girls in the class, especially Essence, who was the most sassiest of them all, or the swagger of Sam Mans. Some of us were so talented, we had gifts that others did not. Autumn Hall and Emma Hooven were both phenomenal singers, both ready to sing whenever they needed to. And some of us were so athletic, they were the MVPs of the class. A.D. Lynn, Adi Shaw, Ian Miller, and Ella Kane. I also remember the times I talked to people that really didn't want to talk. Yet, come to think of it, in Cafe and Conversación, I got stuff out of them. I'm talking to you, Caitlin and Tanvi. We had some big laughs too. Mr. Harry Potter, Nathaniel Kressler, Mr. Larry is a good boy, Gavin. Skylar always made me laugh when I talked to her, and Kathy, who needed a full stomach to get through 43 minutes. Before I move on, can I please get a round of applause for our phenomenal, breathtaking, awesome, cool, chill teacher, Senorita Marovic? She was the one who brought out all of these traits in us and supported us in every way possible. She was the one there when we needed the help the most, or when we needed to take a break. Her classes
you're
were a
making me
perfect
cry.
balance
I said I
between
wouldn't do
fun and
this.
education. I'm sorry. Her techniques with Gimkick, Kahoot, and Quizlet Live were the best ways to learn and always enriching. I would always look forward to it. You were the best teacher in the world, and you will always have a muy especial spot in my heart. Every un momento was cherished in our hearts. I will dearly miss you, Senorita, next year for Spanish, and I could not have asked for a better Spanish teacher than you. Sí, falda, basura, gracias, y adios. Arnav Charati, periodo 2, 2020.
Guys, can we get a round of applause for Arnav? I talked so much trash before you gave that speech about you not planning anything, and that was beautiful. Arnav, I'm so glad I'm recording this right now because that's definitely going on the rinse.
Oh, you're recording this?
Yeah, Alex, there was a lot of you moving the camera around during Arnav's speech. Oh, Arnav, that was fantastic. I love how you got everybody involved in that one too. That was really, really well done.
Except for Izel.
But, well, I mean,
I got Izel in there. So
It's
Izel
okay.
got
It's
the
10 out
honor
of 10.
today.
I know, she's 10 out of 10.
She is. Until Izel, guys.
Can I get a
so
round of
guys,
applause for Izel, who I kind of forgot to mention? I'm sorry, Izel.
Izel, are you here still?
You were better than me in Spanish in every way.
All right, Arnav just said you were
Izel.
better than him in Spanish in every way. Well, guys, I hate to say adios, but I did want to tell you guys I loved your class so much. You guys were the highlight of my day. I had to deal with Spanish 1 every hour of every day except for you guys. I thought it was really fun having a group of students that maybe weren't all friends at the beginning of the year become a little weird, dysfunctional family by the end of it. You know, I had so much fun with you. You were always on the ball. You guys could always make me laugh, even if you did get me off topic 75% of the time in class. Each of you has your own special personality, and something that I loved in my room was that you didn't act like anything other than yourselves. I got the best impression of each of you every day, whether or not that was Gavin half falling asleep in class, or Yuji asking me to repeat the same directions 3 times, or Lizzie and Shreya talking while I was teaching, even though they did all their homework already sometimes. You guys are all so incredibly special to me, and I can honestly say you're the best Spanish 2 class that I have ever had. And I'm really, really gonna miss you. However, it kills me to not be able to say goodbye in person. My classroom door is always open to you whenever we reopen, and I hope you guys come back to visit.
Sí.
All I'm wondering is, does she say that every single year to all her Spanish 2 students?
I don't. I really don't. I told. If anybody knows Nick Assar, does anyone know Nick Assar?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I told his class that they were like the laziest Spanish 2 class I had ever had last year. So, and especially, I mean, it was fun having my Spanish students 2 years in a row, but I loved having the ones from Cardile as well and getting to know you guys, because I had heard such good things about a lot of you. Maybe some of you, Cardile, give me a warning about. But it was just really cool to see you guys all together all the time, and I'm gonna miss you a lot. And I'm trying not to cry right now, but I'm already failing. So, chicos, I hate to sign off because my next group is coming in, but I love you all, I miss you all, and it's never adios, it's just hasta luego. All right?
Hasta luego, señorita.
Hasta luego. Hasta luego.
Ciao, chicos. See you guys.
Yuji, I have something to say to you. You are not always basura. I said it.
That's true. Yuji, you are not always trash. That'll be the last thing I say.
Damn.
Yeah.
Guys,
Guys.
Are you sure about that?
Thank you.
I am. Adios, guys. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.